Hi everyone, my name is Zoe and welcome to our video tutorial today on the report schedule feature. This is an amazing tool that allows you to set up any report in the system to be sent to you on an automated schedule. Using our menu search in the top left, we're going to locate our report schedule feature. Once we click into here and the page loads, we'll have the option in the top bar to add a scheduled report. Once we click on this button, it takes us to the screen where we can set the particular report that we'd like to automate and when we would like it to occur. Within the Report Details tab, we're able to select which report we'd like NewBook to automatically send us. Clicking into the drop down here, we can then use the search bar to locate and select the report. You'll notice that directly below within the scheduled name box, it's automatically pre-filled the name of the report. We do recommend if you're going to set up multiple report schedules that you name them clearly. As an example, I might want to set the transaction flow report up to send daily for daily transactions, but I'd also like to send once a month for my whole month totals. Therefore, if I'm setting them up differently, I should name them differently. Directly underneath, we then have our configure options area. If we click onto the report options button, a pop-up box will appear, and this is where we are able to select the particular report settings that we'd like to display when we receive the report. This particular example, we're wanting to send the transaction flow report for the monthly transactions. Therefore, I'm going to select month as the date range. And on the right hand side, always remember that you do have the display options here where you can click advanced and use some of the other settings to refine how you want the report to appear. All I then need to do is select Save Options. Within the Send To area, we select that we'd like to send it as an email, and underneath we can also select the template we would like to attach along with the actual report itself. Below, we then have the output of the report, which means how would we like to receive it. PDF will allow us to print it off nicely, and CSV or Excel will allow us to export it in those particular formats. We then need to select the reporting period we'd like to look at when we receive the report. It's currently set to current, which means as I'm doing a monthly report, it's going to send the current month's information. If we would like to send the previous month's information, we then need to click onto the previous option. Below, we then have our reporting period offset, which looks at this option, and it also looks at the date range selection that you have here. Therefore, if I hover over this little toggle, you'll get more of an understanding as to how this works. As an example, as I've set the reporting period up for a month, and I've also selected it's for the previous month, if I were to set this area here to 3, it means it would generate a report for 3 months ago, which is not what we want to do. We want it to be for the most recent month that has been and gone. Therefore, I'm going to keep it on 1. Moving underneath, I then have the option to set when I would like it to automatically send. It's currently defaulted to 1 day, but if I click on the drop down options here, I can see there's day, week, month, or year. I'd like to schedule this to be sent on the 1st of every month, so I'm going to select month. Underneath, we then have the option within the reporting period start time and end time to set when we would like this report to start sending from and stop sending from. These should only be used if there is a specific date range that you want this report to start sending on and stop. Therefore, I'm going to leave these blank for this scenario because I would like this report to send on the 1st of every month for the foreseeable future. So we'll head into our next run section here, click on the calendar, and we're going to select the 1st of the following month so that this is when it starts running automatically from. I can then use my drag and drop options here to set the time of the day that I'd like it to send the report. So 10 a.m. in the morning on the 1st, select done. And currently there are no recipients that have been added to the scheduled report. Therefore, we need to click into the address book button on the right hand side. Once the pop-up box appears, it will then allow us to search for email addresses. It'll only limit the search to these areas of the system, so you need to ensure that whoever you are sending it to has their email address registered within the system. If we enter our email address in here, select search, it will then locate any recipients with that address listed. We can then and select the Add Recipient button on the right-hand side. You'll notice in the background here that that particular person has now been added to the report schedule. You're able to search and select as many people as you'd like. Once you're happy with your selection, you can then click Close and select Save. Once that report schedule has been created in the system, you'll get a success message. If you would like to create another one that's quite similar but maybe set to be sent daily, not monthly, you are able to use a shortcut at the top here to duplicate the scheduled report. If you'd like to view the existing report schedules that you've created, you can then select the report schedule button in the top bar, which will take you back to the report schedule screen and display a full list of items that you've already created. If any of these need to be updated, you are able to click into the name of the report schedule and select Edit in the top bar. Once you're on your edit page, you can then make any adjustment that you require and save. That brings us to the end of our video tutorial today on the report schedule feature. We hope you've learned some handy tips and tricks, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video tutorial.